Conor, we spoke last night at the York Hall, and you seem relaxed, you seem calm, you seem to be enjoying yourself. But you said to me that you just want to fight. Is that what we're going to get from you in the development in your young career? That you're going to take this aggressive style and keep running with it?
No, definitely. I'm going to get back to the drawing board and really start working on my jab and, you know, showing off my boxing skills, which is what I'm perfectly capable of. But as I said, when you're in the O2 and you've got 20,000 people chanting your name, you know, it's surreal. So I just need to get back to the drawing board really and start working on my jab.
How did you find that professional debut in front of the packed crowd on the last AJ night, and then your experience in Scotland, which was different type of fight, different results? How have you found it so far, the first two?
It's unbelievable, you know, I'm learning on the job, and, you know, fighting in big crowds like this, it's only going to make me better. You know, I just love it. I love the atmosphere and the reception I get when I fight. I just love fighting.
Nigel was obviously around the first couple. Not here this week. Is he going to watch from a distance this time?
Yeah, he's going to be back on the other side of the world and watch and just send his prayer up for me.
And do you mind that, or do you like him being close?
You know what, I like him being next. At the end of the day, he's not just my dad, he's a living legend. And, you know, to have a living legend in your corner, what more can you ask for? But it's his choice. He wants to take a step back and really let me do what I've got to do.
Do you feel that extra pressure with the name?
No, not at all. You know, at the end of the day, that name's always going to be there. It's got its benefits and, you know, it's got its flaws, but, you know, I just embrace it, you know, and not gonna let that pressure consume me. I just got to love fighting and enjoy it. It's a short career.
Finally, what are the fans going to be in for on Saturday night in fight number 3 for Conor Benn?
A lot more boxing. A lot more boxing, and, you know, we're going to blend it all in together, and, you know, hopefully one day I'll be the perfect boxer, puncher, and just mix it all up. But we've got a hell of a journey in front of us.
You've got a good man in your corner in Tony Sims. Good luck there. Are you fit, firing and ready to go? It certainly seemed like that last night when we saw you at York Hall.
Yeah, I'm fit and ready. You know, for me, with any injuries, the hardest part is mental, and first 4 weeks of training was a little bit difficult, but I think I was a little bit insecure about the shoulder, but as time's gone on, I started letting it off. I started hitting real hard with it, and as you can see last night, I was letting the left foot score pretty hard and strong, so I've recovered good, and I'm weary and ready to go.
It's obviously a very, very exciting mix of heavyweights at the moment. Not only Anthony Joshua, but, you know, we've got Tyson Fury, of course, the world heavyweight champion who defends against Vladimir Klitschko in the rematch. You've got David Hay, you've got David Price, who, under Dave Caldwell's tutorship, that's really good again. You've got Derek Chisora too. It's mouth-watering out there. What's the plan for Dillian Whyte in the next 2 or 3 fights?
The plan for me is getting rid of this fella and knock him out, hopefully, and fighting in Leeds and in a couple weeks' time after. And originally the plan was to fight Dave Allen for the British title, but the board, I think, got a bit worried that I was going to hurt it pretty bad, so they objected the fight, which I don't know why. They said just Sam Saxon, but Dave Allen is highly ranked in the world as well as in Britain than Sam Saxon's. I don't know why they objected the fight. So I don't know what Eddie's got planned for me. Maybe another title, maybe Commonwealth or European or whatever. I don't know what Eddie's got. So the next 2 fights is Saturday, July 30th in Leeds, and then whatever Eddie says, and hopefully Chisora agreed to fight me in December, because I really want to fight Derek Chisora.
Yeah, no love lost again with Derek Chisora, it seemed, at the press conference the other day.
You know, the problem is, when I first got into boxing, I used to spar with Derek. That's he was one of the first people to spar with, and me and him's always had this thing, because he was a seasoned pro and I was beating him up then, and I never had any experience, so he's always got this thing for me. I don't know what his problem is, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I want to get on him in the ring and put on a start to his career, because I think he's tired of him stinking when he was out, to be honest.
You were with Jonathan Banks. You've made a big move to Mark Tibbs, excellent young trainer. How is that gelling? And obviously in the sort of coming months, you've got Jimmy Tibbs there as well, a lot of experience too. Why make that move, and how's it going to benefit you?
I made the move because I believe in the next 2, 3, 4 fights I'll be fighting the same level of opponent Vladimir is fighting. and I can't be second best to no one at the elite level, and that's partly one of the problems I had in the last camp. I had to follow Vladimir around, go where Vladimir is doing, train after Vladimir, train before Vladimir, you know what I mean? And Mark's a good trainer. He's very ambitious and very driven, and he's hungry as well. He's also a good fighter. Very passionate. So I was speaking to him for a while, and I thought, you know what? This is exactly what I need. Somebody who's going to give me that time and stuff like that, because I know to fight, I can box, I'll fight anyone. I just need to work on little things, tweak little things, and if somebody's going to, you know, sit down, talk to me, give me some good instructions, and take me through, put me through my paces, and Mark does that, so he's perfect for me at the minute.
What are we going to see Saturday night on Anthony Joshua's undercard, and is it the fact that you want to get back in the ring with Anthony Joshua that's driving you on the most?
No, that's not the driving me on the most. I definitely want to fight him again because I'm not a loser. Definitely want to fight him again, beat him, score 1-1 or whatever. But for me, what drives me on is to be a world champion, which I still believe I will be, and to provide for my children. That's it. You know what I mean? The Joshua thing doesn't drive me when I talk, but I definitely want to fight him again, 100%.
I do think personally it's slightly disrespectful. I'm glad to see that the nameplate in front of me says Tom Duran and not Triple G, because that's all I've heard for the last 5 weeks. But I pushed it to one side. You know, I've been in the gym, working my arse off, and got myself in the condition of a career, well, in life, you know. And you're all going to see that on Saturday night.
You say the condition of your life, it is a huge moment for you, isn't it? On a massive stage, you've come through a prize fighter tournament, you've thrilled us at times, you obviously can punch it, and you carry an unbeaten record into the ring. But it's a British middleweight title, it's beating a guy like Chris Eubank Jr, and there's 17,000 people in there. Is it something you're gonna relish, or is there a bit of fear? Is there a mixture?
You know, a bit of both. It doesn't get bigger than this, really. I think you know, in British boxing at the moment, you know, we're fighting on the O2, you know, in front of, like you say, 17,000 people. It's a fantastic opportunity. It's the British title, which is one I've had my eyes on since I turned professional, and before that. And yeah, I just can't wait to seize it with both hands.
We've seen some boxing, we've seen plenty of power. Is it a mixture of this that's going to be the undoing of Chris, do you feel, on Saturday? Or have you got the power to win this early? What do you think about it?
I do believe I've got the power to win this early, but I've also got, you know, fantastic technical boxing ability, and I think you'll see a mix of that on Saturday night.
Prediction?
Prediction, it's a dazzling door and win. How it comes about, you know, that will come on the night.
Well, this is the thing, I'm gunning for the main guy right now, so you know, I have to put performances. I have to not only win, but winning fashions that you know, earn me the right to challenge the best in the world. I'm not the type of fighter to go in there and, you know, kind of just do what's needed to be done. I go in there and I put on a show and I look to finish these guys because you know, I'm here to make statements. This is what I'm about. I'm just that type of fighter. I go out there and I put everything on the line. And Saturday will be no different.
You talk about the main man, the big man, obviously Gennady Golovkin, and a lot of talk about that coming out in recent days and weeks. Do you understand the Doran camp feeling that's disrespectful when you've got an unbeaten guy in front of you on Saturday?
There's no disrespect, man. This is boxing. This is just how it goes, you know. Every fighter has their goals, has their dreams, has their ambitions, and my ambition is to become a world champion. Tom Doran is not a world champion. Gennady Golovkin is, and that is what my goal has always been, to fight the best and to be the best. So I'm always going to be, you know, that's always going to be a topic of discussion. But as far as Tom, we're not looking past him. And, you know, he seems determined. To be honest, I'm comfortable with his demeanour. You know, this whole mild manners, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to the civility of what he's, of being told I'm going to get knocked out and I'm bad for boxing and all these other things. He's not really giving me any of that fuel. So it's different. But I'm sure he's going to come in there and put on a show, hopefully, for the fans. 17,000 people, you can't not perform in front of that type of audience. So I'm expecting a hell of a fight.
What dangers do you see in Tom?
None.
You're convinced you'll be able to deal with whatever he throws at you in whatever round on Saturday night?
Absolutely. This is, I've looked at his fight, so I know the type of fighter he is, style-wise. He has heart, which he showed in his last fight. He got knocked down and came back to win. Heart is something he's going to need in abundance on Saturday night.
And is the plan to get Gennady Golovkin in the ring next and quickly? Do you believe that you are at the right stage to take such a huge jump in levels and fight the guy that has been the most feared fighter probably in the world for some time?
Now, the time is now. This is my time. I'm 26 years old. This is prime time for me. And he's number one. They're calling him the pound-for-pound king. And me as a fighter, I look at that and I say, well, why is he? What can he do that I can't do? And I don't see any man that can be looked at and be called invincible or unbeatable. It's simple. Everyone can be beaten. He has power, great fighter, but as far as speed, technique, defense, I see holes in his game, and that's what I will be looking to exploit. So that's the fight we want next.
Gennady Golovkin's knocked pretty much anyone out. Tom Doran's got an unbeaten record. You haven't. Do you think that one loss against Billy Joe Saunders makes you a more complete fighter today?
I learned so much from that fight. Even though in my heart I don't believe I lost, I don't believe Billy Joe Saunders is a better fighter than me. It was an experience fight, and the mistakes I made early on in that fight have never been repeated and never will be repeated. As far as me pacing myself too much in the early rounds of the fight. Now I go in there and I search and destroy from round one, and you guys are going to see that again on Saturday night and in all my future bouts.
Your dad's nodding. Do you believe in what he said, that the fact that he's been with you since zero gives you that extra edge that's going to make you the complete fighter and a world champion of the future? You can only make yourself a world champion. It's not up to anybody else to give you an edge. Everything that I've done, he's guided and been there for support. But as far as having an edge, that only comes from inside yourself. The experience and the knowledge that I've gained from him being around me is priceless. But I'm the one that needs to go out there and perform and put in the work, put in the time, and put in performances. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I will continue to do. And the world stage is where I perform best, in front of 17,000 people at the O2, on Sky Sports. You can't really ask for much more of a better audience, so I'm ready to roll. Finally, Chris, prediction for Saturday night and prediction if Golovkin is next, what happens? The prediction for Saturday night is it's going to be devastating. It's going to be it's going to be fight of the night. We're going to go in there. We're going to steal the show. All I can say is I hope Tom's ready, and I hope he's willing to come in there. And I've been told that you said you're going to stand toe to toe with me. If that's true, it's going to make a hell of a fight. So let's see if you're a man of your word.
I'm more than ready, and I'll show on Saturday night.
Thank you, Adam.
That's it, guys.
Straight to the front, guys. Now at each other,
Face
please.
to face, please. Thank you.
To the front, please, guys. Tom, straight to the front, mate. Put the fist up again, Tom. Straight to the guys. Now at each other, please. Thanks guys, that's great. Thank you.